organization or company you're coming from. Okay, so we'll get started here.
I'm Justin Lee. I'm the Director of Corpsmember and Community Engagement.
And I'm Erica Blodgett. I'm the Development Director here at the Corps.
I'm Jessica, and I'm one of the case managers here.
And then we have vendors in the back.
My name is Noe Cardenas. I'm here as a volunteer representative for Mount San Antonio College. I graduated from Mount San Antonio in 2009, horticulture science. I'm also a professional in the industry, the tree industry, and the landscape industry.
Thank you.
My name's Claudia. I'm here with Los Angeles Trade Tech and Business Department.
So my name is Reverend Johnson. I'm also here with Trade Tech. I work at CRCD, but I work at the Worksource on Trade Tech campus.
My name is
And he's a former Corps member, but he'll introduce himself in the panel. So I want to thank I'm so sorry. And this is Santiago. He's an alumni Corps member as well. So you guys will meet all of them in a little while once we do the speakers panel. I want to thank each and every one of you once again for coming out. We're going to have a speakers panel in here, and then we'll send everybody out once that's done. The vendors are more than welcome to stay. If you want to hear the speakers panel, you'll get to hear from Corps members. Or you can go back outside, and then the Corps members will come out after we're done with this portion. So I'll have Erica's going to tell us a few words.
Sure. Well, I'm on behalf of the executive team at the Corps. I just want to welcome everybody again. Thank you all for being here, Corps members and vendors and partners and everybody. It's great. It's great to see so many new people here coming out for the first time to this event, and then some longtime partners. We're excited for everyone to be here, and I think just hearing what's in the room is going to be a lot of great information for everybody to get to know and share. So I work in the administrative offices up the street in downtown LA with our CEO and some of the other directors, but our door is always open to everybody, and I'm looking forward to hearing from people and hearing what's going on with our alumni. So thank you all again for being here, and I hope we've got lots of great stories to tell at the end of the day.
Okay, all right, thank you guys. So we're going to get started with the speakers panel. So
I'm going to go ahead right here.
all right. So we're gonna go ahead and get started with the professional panel. So how this is gonna work is I have a set of questions for Antonio and Andy, but we'll open up the floor for you guys to ask questions as well. And are you guys gonna be outside in the area? They'll have some informational materials for you guys to reference afterwards. Okay? So we're just gonna quickly jump right in. So first and foremost, please reintroduce yourself.
Hey folks, so my name is Antonio Solorio. I'm with National Park Service, like I mentioned briefly. And I work at Santa Monica Mountains National Recreation Area.
My name is Andy Wilcox. Again, just call me Andy. I'm the department chair for the Department of Landscape Architecture at Cal Poly Pomona, but I'm also a licensed landscape architect. I grew up in La Habra. I don't know if you guys know what La Habra is. So I'm from Southern California. I went to school in Southern California. I went to Cal Poly Pomona as an undergraduate student and went on to USC graduate school. So I'm happy to be here, though. Thank you guys for having me.
Thank you. So we'll just jump right in. So my first question is, how and why did you choose your career, and did you happen to follow your original career plan? Okay.
Yeah, so I grew up in East Los Angeles, City Terrace, if y'all are familiar. I went to Woodrow Wilson High School in Encino. And there was an environmental science club. And my buddy kind of egged me on. He's like, hey, vamos, let's go to the club. I'm like, he knew that I liked the environment. Right? Be that person. Preguntón means be that person that asks a lot of questions. Right? Hit Andy up, all right, so your landscape, how do I get to your class? You know, what kind of scholarships do you have for me, Andy? Right? And that's going to lead you to more and more and more things.
Thank you. That's a perfect segue into Andy's response.
Yeah. So how did I get here? I think I got kind of lucky early on, running into a couple of people that knew what I was interested in. So I thought I'd be a painter. So I was really into, I drew my whole life. I still draw. That's one reason I'm in landscape architecture, like the creative side of it. which I have friends that do, but you know, I teach it, and it's been it's pretty extraordinary that way.
Alright, thank you. So, my next question is, what skills and experience would you recommend for our core members if they wanted to be successful in their line of work?
All right, so I work, again, for the National Parks. Guess how many parks there are in the country? Wild guess.
5,000.
I wish. Maybe at one point we'll have that many units. Right now we have more than 400 national parks, including Puerto Rico, Alaska, Hawaii. You'll wait until the very last hour to finish that assignment, but then you realize you stayed up until 5 a.m., you saw the sunrise, and you're still working on the assignment. That's your passion, something that you get into so much that you stop counting the hours. And you've enjoyed it so much that the actual results, by not focusing on that grade or how much you're going to get paid, that's going to come anyways because you put so much love into what you've enjoyed doing with that assignment or what have you.
Yeah, that's a hard one to follow. So curiosity is a really important attribute. I would follow up on that. That sort of critical thinking and curiosity. That would get you a long way in landscape architecture or in college, for whichever one. I can sort of talk about both in that same way. In some on the technical side of things, like being able to build stuff, being comfortable using computers, those are really important these days. You cannot. Pretty hard. In landscape architecture, you got to be able to get on a computer. And we will train you, of course, in schools. All the schools will train you. And there's lots of ways to do that. But if you're into the computer, that's kind of an important thing these days. Especially with 3D modeling, digital fabrication, getting things made by robots. Being into whatever you're doing really makes a huge difference. I was saying earlier, some of our best students are the ones that come. Our transfer students that come from some other place because they finally figured out there's this thing called landscape architecture and they do all these interesting things. That's the thing I'm going to do. Those tend to be our best students.
Alright, thank you. So, kind of going deeper into your roles, what do you love most about your job and what do you find the most challenging? So, 2 parts.
All right. So the mission of the National Park Service, right, our purpose is to protect and preserve these open spaces for future generations, for future kids, right? Chamacos that we don't even know exist right now, that haven't been born, right? We're racist, National Park Service. We're not pointing a finger at anyone, but if we don't do anything about it today, then we're going to be part of the problem tomorrow.
What do I love most? In terms of the teaching parts, working with people like you all, right? People that are here to make themselves better, make their families better, make their communities better. People that are interested in making positive change. And in landscape architecture, we do that through the built environment. Whether it's the streets, the sidewalks, parks, sort of housing, all the way up to the National Park Service level, where you're looking at really huge landscapes for people that are there to protect and make it all better for. Continually going back to those projects and seeing those work, happen. That the grit that it takes, that kind of stick-to-itive quality, that's the part that I think is one of the most challenging things you got to get to. Whereas finishing that paper or that degree or whatever that program is you're a part of, it happens at all levels, and that's a challenge. I think it also builds character.
Thank you. So I have one last question and we can open it up for one question from the audience. But my last question is, where do you turn to for mentorship and advice? And what advice would you like to share with our core members in starting their career in education?
Where do I turn to for mentorship? I had mentors in my life growing up, and I didn't even know they were my mentors. It's a mentor. It's like mentor, right? But it's not that, right? Mentors are full of wisdom, knowledge that they kick down. My parents were mentors. My uncles were mentors.
2015 and 2016 with 5 different certificates in total. And my major was electrical construction and maintenance. So my career field is anywhere in the energy and utility sector.
Hi, my name is Ricardo Lopez. I'm a groundsman at Arborwell. I just graduated like 3 months ago from the court.
Okay. So how did you get involved at your current job or major? What was it that attracted you to it?
It was while attending the conservation corps. Back in 2011, they had the solar program, and that was for the alumni after you finish the program. But unfortunately, since this is a nonprofit, the funds weren't getting received anymore. They stopped, so the program was stopped. So I was recommended and addressed to go to Trade Tech because that is where actually the facility, the staff from from the conservation corps got their training from Trade Tech directly. So that's why I just decided to go over there to the source, and that's how I ended up as an electrician, because when I introduced myself to one of the directors, which is Bill Anderton, he asked me if I had any electrical background and if my mathematical skills were high, which I had neither. So that's how I ended up as an electrician in the electrical field.
Well, a man named Joey came to Hookland. Came to Hookland and started talking about more about the company that I'm at. The more I heard him talk, the more I got more interested. Then about 6 months later, he came back to do an interview with me and another colleague of mine. From there, he just talked about more and more. And the more I talked about it, the more it sounded interesting, because that's the type of job I wanted to do. So from there, he hired me.
Okay, thanks. How has the Corps helped you with being successful in your line of work? And what skills did you learn from your time here that, I guess, led you to where you are now?
Well, definitely, if it wasn't for making the decision of getting my high school diploma, I would never come across the conservation corps. And when I was doing my journey at the corps, I took advantage of all the resources that are available. I asked a lot of questions, and a lot of the skills, a lot of things that I learned here that I developed were to network, communicate, express, and share your story. If you need something, let them know, because that's why they're here. They won't know what's wrong unless you share with somebody what's the problem. So it was pretty much networking, being authentic, being true to yourself and with the staff, being transparent, just being real. And all of these skills and traits that I developed and I learned here at the Corps throughout my journey at Trade Tech and in life, I have learned to develop and enhance them and improve them every day as I go on.
Well, like you said, the resource. All the skills they teach you, from chainsaw to using the chipper, from different, like CPR, how to first aid. That helped me to where I'm at right now. It's like you said, take advantage. They give you anything, no matter how small it is, it's gonna help you later on in the future. That's my
Thank you. So, what is a typical day at your job for you?
Well, as an electrician, the moment that you clock in, you have to be fully conscious and aware of all your surroundings, and you have to be precise like a surgeon, or like a doctor, because every move and every action counts. Because when the environment and the conditions that you're exposed is, everything's live. So you have to be very aware of your actions and how you carry yourself at all times, because you're aware and you know that your life is on the line, especially dealing with live wires. But it's interesting because as an electrician, you work in different diversity environments. You work outside, indoors, different ambient temperatures. It could be hot, cold, raining, humid, dry. And usually it's always something different, something new. You work in hospitals, schools, malls, buildings, stadiums. Like an electrician, it's unlimited. You're everywhere because it's all over the world and everybody needs electricity and lighting and cooling and heating. So it's a very broad range of a very big spectrum of different experiences daily. So it makes it fun. It keeps it interesting on a daily basis. So it never gets boring. You learn something new on every day, and that helps you grow and expand.
So basically, be prepared for anything and everything.
Yes.
Thank you.
Oh, for me, it's like, say, as soon as we get to the work site, for me, it's mandatory to set up a safety zone, which means water up. Or sometimes, you know, hey, bring my chainsaw, bring the gas, bring over here. I go running around. That's basically what I do every day.
So what motivates you to be successful? Like what's pushed you to go for all these things that you've gone after?
Well, definitely the environment, the conditions I grew up in at home, and especially in the ghetto, South Central, and experiencing, you know, violence and actually, you know, death and bloodshed and all that stuff. So that triggers something that, you know, there has to be something beyond what we've been conditioned to believe that's all there is in life. And honestly, the state of the world and humanity, Mother Gaia is calling out to us. We're destroying our own planet, and we are a single organism at war with itself, which we're doing. You know, we're not civilized because we still at wars. So I want to end all greed, power, disease, corruption, misery throughout the world. And I have the solutions, and I have gained them through my journey at the Conservation Corps, and I cherish it. And I want to share that knowledge and that wisdom and that hidden occult truth that has been washed away from humanity, and that's the reason why we are in shambles. And so it's just what I said when I graduated from the Conservation Corps. I'm here to, my reason or our reasons here in existence on this planet is to save the planet and humanity for the future generations. Because if we don't get it right, us as the grown-ups, then the future generations, they're going to have to deal with it, and it's going to be much, much worse for them. So it's really now, we have to get it right now. Not in 2020, but like we have to get it now. Not wait for political leaders, misleaders, or anything. It starts with one. Be the change that you want to be in the world. It all starts with oneself. We have to be that single droplet of energy that creates that ripple effect in the infinite pool of possibilities in the universe. And we have to just spread that. One of the quotes that I live by every day is, you have to seek the truth to know the truth, and the truth will set you free. But sharing the truth will set everyone free. And that's what I'm dedicated and devoted my life to doing, is to wake up humanity to a higher level of consciousness. And that's what keeps me going. And that's what makes me wake up every morning.
Thank you.
What motivates me to move forward, to be better, is raise a family. That's what I want to do. That's what motivates me.
So, our last question. How were you able to transition from being a core member to where you are currently? And what advice would you give current core members?
Repeat it again.
So, how are you able to transition from being a core member to where you are? And then, what advice would you give them? So,
Okay. So definitely, as you're here in the Conservation Corps, like I have shared, what helped me throughout my journey is just share your journey, address what is the issues, what are conflicts, what's holding you back from being successful, from growing, from expanding. And be resourceful, use the scholarship, use everything that they have, like everything. Even if you believe or start thinking and feel that at the moment you're not gonna need it, but somewhere along your life, it's gonna through synchronicity, there's gonna be a moment in time that you're gonna be thankful that you went through that process, because at that moment, it's like, okay, yeah, thank goodness I went through it, because they're asking for it. Like, it's in need. So, build relationships, definitely. One person that I made friends mainly. When I was here, I really didn't network with my peers, with the students. I really networked like during my lunch breaks and breakfast or anytime like that. I would talk to the staff, like Andrea, which was my science teacher, and Ruben, and like everybody, all my teachers. That's who I would hang out with and pick their brains and ask them questions and just try to figure it out and just try to get solutions and answers to my problems and seek alternatives, and don't limit yourself. That's one thing. Be really open-minded, but be resourceful. Is like whatever opportunity is given, just take it. Just build and create as much skill set as you can. It's not going to hurt you. You're only going to improve yourself. You're only going to make yourself a better person. So that's one thing that I have learned to do, and that has helped me, to get to the point where I am now. I'm going to share this. I'll give you.
Your turn to shine.
I haven't worked in 10 years, and I've been surviving, paying rent, buying food, and I just traveled to Costa Rica, and I was there for 10 days. And if it wasn't just to make that decision, that constant choice, I'm going to go get back my high school diploma and come into the Conservation Corps, all of this would have never happened. And by being resourceful, how I survived was scholarships, definitely help out, financial aid. And it is true, as long as you start and you finish, you're not in debt. You don't have to owe them anything. So all my books, all my tools, all the months of rent, all these years, I have supported myself and provided myself utilizing those funds. And I still, after I pay for my books and my materials and I pay for all my classes, I will still have money put aside. And that's how I paid for that trip to Costa Rica. And I haven't worked. I haven't worked with my Social Security since 2006. And I had use Craigslist as a resource. Like all my personal possessions, my refrigerator, washer, dryer, everything, I got it from the free section. Even my truck that I drive right now. And that's what I mean, you have to be resourceful, you know. Be innovative, be creative, think of alternative solutions. Don't be stagnated, don't limit your minds. And that's my advice to all of you, you know. Learn how to beat the system, milk it, work it, you know.
So my advice to you guys, just set goals, push yourself every day. Don't let down, you know, thinking about other things I never thought about doing. So, my advice.
Thank you very much. Any of you guys have questions for our panelists before we end our session? Anything you guys are curious about? Yes, go ahead.
Are you working out?
I could have worked right after I graduated on June, but since I was in school for 6 years, pretty much, in 2010, I decided to take a break. And due to that choice, I had the opportunity to travel. Because if I would have been working, you know, it's kind of difficult to get that permission or that flexibility depending on your job or career. But I actually found out that I could travel in that career or in that job if I choose to take it, which I'm actually going to start in December. Because right now I'm actually working on gardening projects that I set up for free. And that's like my other entrepreneur thing that I'm developing, is setting up gardens and teaching others how to do it for free, using Craigslist and just being resourceful. You know?
There was a question back there somewhere. Anyone? That's
Huh?
Any other final questions? No? So the real takeaway really is, you know, as a corps member, you guys have a lot of opportunities in front of you. Again, be resourceful, get to know staff, pick their brains, even if they may not necessarily have the answer. They're gonna try. We're all gonna try our best to get you closer to where you want to be. So don't be afraid to ask questions. I know you guys are sometimes overwhelmed with figuring out what you want to do next, or even just getting through the program, but we're all here to support you. If you guys need to reach out to our panelists, we're happy to share that information. But again, just stay open-minded. Take advantage of every and any opportunity that comes your way as a corps member, because your time here is very limited and you may not find those same opportunities elsewhere. So while you have it in front of you, if that's a scholarship, if that's like an internship somewhere, if it's another training, it doesn't hurt you to be more educated, to have, you know, money under your belt. Even though you may not necessarily want to go to school immediately, it may not be the time for you, but once that light bulb clicks, at least you have those funds, at least you have the support behind you already to make that next move. So keep that in mind while you're here, and we're more than happy to help you figure all that stuff out. Anything else you guys want to add before we end? No?
Only opportunity passing by. Because I had a lot of opportunity, better jobs than this passed me by. Because I was scared to step up. But now that I haven't let this pass by, I'm ready to see where life got next.
Definitely. Take these guys as an example of what's ahead of you after being a corps member. As long as you're willing and able to be curious, that opportunity is really just waiting for you. So, all right.
I have a YouTube channel, and through my YouTube channel, I'm going to share and download all my content and my life journey and how to go about, navigating and working the system and being resourceful. And most of my life I was eating the standard American diet, but through my journey in college, I went vegan. I transitioned to that lifestyle, and that gave me the health, the mental clarity to have the energy to study and bust all-nighters and graduate twice, and with 5 different certificates, And at one semester, I was taking 23 units, and I was full-time morning and evening student, and it was because of how I was eating, and you know what I mean? Because that's what gave me the energy to thrive. So in my YouTube channel, I show how to get free food, because I learned through going vegan, through the farmer market and the wholesale produce market. So that's what I mean by being resourceful. And one of the things that I share on my YouTube channel is be a producer, not a consumer. And that's what I teach, how to produce instead of consuming, buying things, and just buying and spending. I don't spend my money, I invest my money. I invest it in my health. Because one of the philosophies and quotes that I like in life is your greatest wealth in life is your health. Because you can have all the possessions in the world, like, mansions, cars, money. But if you're sick, it's useless. It's meaningless. You can't enjoy anything if you're in your house, in your mansion, dying, if you're sick, or in a hospital bed. So my priority is my health, because that will give me energy to do everything. If you're sick, you can't work, you can't do anything. You can't study. So that's why I decided to go vegan. That's another thing that I encourage y'all to research. A plant-based lifestyle. And, being resourceful. Check out my YouTube channel too if you guys want to learn it. But I'm going to throw in a lot of content, like a lot of this. I'm going to share all my journey. It's going to be completely transparent. So people could learn and grow from it and just, see what they could gain from it. Yeah.
Well, thank you very much. That's all.
And my channel is called Freedom Gardens. I'm sorry. Freedom Gardens, yeah.
Freedom Gardens?
Freedom Gardens, yeah.
All right. Thank you one last time. Thank you guys for sitting down and joining us. And feel free to enjoy the rest of the event. Thank you guys. And then feel free to grab any of the materials out here as well for the National Park Service.
Alright, so it's on. Hopefully it recorded. And yeah, so this was it. Alright, peace.
Like I said, make sure you fill out